This idea that America is based on theft is never effectively answered. And in fact, many of its premises seem undeniable. Didn't we in fact take the country from the Indians? Didn't we in fact steal the labor of the blacks? And so on. So in this film, America, I want to take this progressive leftist critique head on. I want it to be articulated by its best spokesman, and then I want to effectively answer and debunk it.
Through interviews, including one with yours truly, DSouza seeks to challenge the liberal view of how we look at our nation's past and present. Let's see how he did.
We condemn Christopher Columbus in 1492, but America was started in 1776. So the distance between Columbus and the founding is about as big as the distance between the founding and today. So sometimes I think what the left is doing is blaming America for a conquest ethic that is universal, and to which America came up with a very innovative solution, which is the idea of wealth creation.
I mean, my bigger problem with him and his work, and this movie is part of it, is this sort of onslaught of portraying liberalism as what it's not.
Right.
He paints it as this, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton as sort of these monsters of the left who are trying to lead America down a dark path, and I don't think that's true, and from what I understand, I haven't seen the movie, I've read about it, he certainly gets into that in this movie, and I just reject that completely.
Well, I did see it, and let me give Dinesh D'Souza a chance to respond to those accusations, especially because what he's arguing is that Saul Alinsky had an impact on both President Obama and on Hillary Clinton.
Obama did not have a close relationship with Alinsky. He never met Alinsky, but he admired Alinsky's tactics, and that's why he kept going back to Chicago. Hillary has had very close ties with Alinsky. She met him in high school. She had a continuing relationship with him through college. She wrote her thesis on Alinsky. So the idea of using Alinsky as the bridge between Obama and Hillary is perfectly legitimate, and it's one that the American people should know about.
Well, I think Eric Bollard is boiling over here. I want to let me give you a chance to respond very briefly before I go into my next.
I thought we went through all this in 2009, 2010. Andrew Breitbart was a big proponent of this. All these right-wing sites. I mean, we're going back to high school term papers, college term papers. This is ridiculous. Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton are basically centrist Democrats.
Right.
And again, this sort of radical notion. I mean, 9 million new jobs, 17,000 stock exchange, unemployment cut in half. I mean, if President Romney had done that, Dinesh would be lobbying to have Mitt on the Mount Rushmore at this point.
Okay, I think that the progressive attack always pretends to be against the 1%, but it's really against the immigrants, because when you really look at this theft critique, you stole the country from the Indians, you stole the half of Mexico in the Mexican War. Wait a minute, that wasn't the top 1%. They were living in handsome mansions and cottages on the East Coast. It's poor, penniless immigrants and settlers who went out west. They defeated the Indians. They beat the Mexicans in the Mexican War. So I think progressivism is actually hiding its attack. The real object of its attack is on the immigrants.
Wow. So really, you want to respond to that? Do you think it's a kind of a bait and switch here, that the real object of progressive ideology is really to take down immigrants?
No, and I'm pretty sure that many progressive leaders who happen to be immigrants would disagree with his statement too. And I think that, the bottom line here is that if Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama are the worst of the worst when it comes to the radical left, then they are the worst radicals that have ever existed in history, because they're, like you said, Eric, they are centrist Democrats. Barack Obama has a book called The Audacity of Hope where he talks about his political ideology. It's very centrist. He's praising Ronald Reagan. What radical is doing that?
Right.